Welcome to the Campus Edge, a production of Butler Community College, produced by students and fast foods, and for everyone. It's our twice-yearly food show, and our staff has assembled some of the tastiest stories in the area. We celebrate food and food-related accessories in this episode of the Campus Edge. Vegans, vegetarians, carnivores, omnivores, regardless what you put in your pie hole, food plays a major role in our lives, and holidays are often associated with particular meals. Day of the Dead is a primarily Mexican holiday that honors friends and families that have died. Like many holidays, it has its traditional edibles, including candy sugar skulls and a corn-based beverage called atole. Reporter Hayden Cole attended Butler Community College's celebration of the Day of the Dead and filed this report.
Hola! I'm here at Butler Community College's Dia de los Muertos celebration, or as it's better known in English, Day of the Dead, which is an important holiday in Hispanic culture. I sat down with Profesora Leslie Pearson to talk about the importance of the holiday.
Hola, hoy es el Día de los Muertos. So today's Day of the Dead. So we are gathered with our Spanish students here in El Dorado to celebrate basically a holiday that originates in Mexico, okay? And essentially, like in a nutshell, it's about honoring deceased relatives. So it's honoring loved ones that have passed, and it dates back thousands of years ago. It's a beautiful fusion of indigenous Aztec celebration with the very strong presence of Catholicism in Mexico. So that's where it comes from. And so you can see different aspects of the culture that we wanted to bring together. And really, it's not just about Dia de los Muertos, but it's also about the rich heritage of the Hispanic culture in general. It's symbolic of a very warm, loving, deeply caring people.
As you can see, Dia de los Muertos is not only an important historical Hispanic holiday, it's also a very fun one. For BCTV, I'm Hayden Cole. Back to you in the studio.
Some foods are associated with special people. I remember whenever I was just a cocktail weenie, my mom making me pigs in a blanket at home. Boy, that biscuit dough was so cozy. Moving on, in this next story, reporter AJ Jones combines sweet butter, refined sugar, and peanut butter to create his grandmother's old-fashioned peanut butter bars. Be sure to write down the recipe.
I'm AJ Jones, and today we're going to be making Grandma's old-fashioned peanut butter bars. We're going to need 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup unsalted butter, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 cup of peanut butter, a pinch of salt, 2 eggs, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, and 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Now we've just got to mix these ingredients together here, so I'm going to start with the salt, move on to the baking powder, and as you can see, we've got the KitchenAid mixer. This really helps. If you don't have one of these, you can take the dried ingredients first, whisk them in a bowl together. We're going to pour in the butter here, and then we're going to move on to the peanut butter. This one's a bit tricky because you've got to get all of it off the spoon, but it's worth it. We're going to put it on a low setting here. It's going to start kind of mixing together and thickening up, and then we'll add the eggs in the end because, well, the eggs get messy. So we're going to mix it up and simply add the flour to the mixer while it's going. You're not going to want to overmix the flour. You don't want to overmix the dough. Then we're going to scoop out with a little cookie scooper, or ice cream scooper works as well, but this way I don't have to touch the dough. And you're just going to put them kind of close together, but not too far apart, just to get it even. And then when the oven's at 325, we're gonna pop those things in there, and we're gonna set our timer for 10 minutes. Now, 10 minutes might not get them all the way cooked, but that is when we'll come back and check. Voila! There is Grandma's old-fashioned peanut butter bars. You can't go wrong with these things. They're great for the holidays. I'm AJ Jones, reporting for the Campus Edge.
Stay tuned for more stories that I'm sure you'll relish here on the Campus Edge. Get it? Relish? It's because I'm a hot dog.
Oscar the Grouch here to tell you, yeah, you, to wear a mask out in public around other people. Sure, it'll keep you healthy, but more importantly, I won't have to see your happy, smiling face. And if you don't want to wear a mask, I've just got one thing to tell you. Scram! Go away!
Caring for each other because we are all in this together.
So wear a mask and have a rotten day, will ya?
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September. I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs. And that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
The competitive spirit is alive and well, even in the food world. I recently made a trip down south to challenge 2 dads in my family to a head-to-head burger grill-off. The judges were their wives and brother. Here are the results. Thank goodness they were competing with burgers. I was afraid they'd put me on the grill. My name's Slade Wiley, a reporter for the Campus Edge. Today, Jason Wiley and Rick Ware go head-to-head in a dad versus dad grill-off. It's sure to be an exciting day full of family, friends, and pets. I got with Rick Ware to see his initial thoughts about the competition. Mr. Rick Ware, how do you feel about your chances?
I feel pretty good. I know who I'm cooking against.
With the trash talk well underway, the competitors begin to prepare their bread and their grills.
My Mexican friend taught me this one. Food won't stick, and it cleans.
Rick, seeing Jason's strategy, decides to adopt it as his own. With preparation out of the way, it's time to toss those patties on the grill. With the patties on the grill, the chefs set out to prepare their buns in their own unique ways. With the patties and trash talk well underway, it'll be a neck-and-neck finish for these 2 masters of their craft.
That's good! Well, hell, it's a new recipe. I've never used it before. It's all up here, ain't it?
It's sure to be a furious battle between 2 fathers. Whoever wins gets to have this totally not repurposed championship medal of #1 chef. The judges for today's contests are the wives and brother to the chef. Diana voted 1 in favor of Rick and 1 in favor of Jason. Twala voted 1 in favor of Rick and 1 in favor of Jason. It was all down to Barry to break the tie. And with a tough decision, Barry decided that Rick's burgers were superior. After the results of that shocking decision, what are your feelings on it?
Barry don't know shit. I feel all right. It appeared to be a very close race. Rick does okay cooking most of the time. No, it was just all in fun, and all new recipes. It just however it turned out, and I got lucky.
There's one final thing we need to do. Number one chef, you have to place it in his hand.
Oh, I thought you was giving it to me.
When family or friends visit, you want to bond over food. But what if the pantry's almost empty and the stove is broken? Now you're in hot water, which is great for weenies, but not if you want to impress visitors. Reporter Dylan Wittorff may have the answer on this next offering on today's Campus Edge menu. I promise the food jokes are almost over.
Picture this. Your family wants to visit for the holidays, but you can't feed them ramen noodles and dollar store bologna. So why not impress them with a home-cooked meatloaf and scallop potato dinner? Let's start with the meatloaf. You need 1 pound of ground beef. Thaw it out and place it into a mixing bowl. Add 2/3 of a cup of evaporated milk. Make sure you shake it well before you open it. Add 2 tablespoons of onion soup mix, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of oats. Mix all that together thoroughly. Make sure that the milk is also soaked up. Once that's done, roll those puppies into nice neat spheres that are a little bit smaller than a baseball. You should get 5 meatballs out of the batch. Place them in the microwave and cook for 10 to 15 minutes. Be sure to cover them up because they will splatter grease all over your microwave. Once your timer goes off, take 1 meatball out and cut it open to see if it's cooked all the way through. If there's no pink, you're good. Now, let's move on to the scalloped potatoes. Peel 4 potatoes and thinly slice them. Throw them into a glass mixing bowl with 1 tablespoon of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1½ teaspoons of salt. Mix thoroughly and then add 2/3 of a cup of evaporated milk and mix some more. Put the bowl into the microwave for 4 minutes. Once that's done, stir the mixture and move the potatoes to an adequately sized plate and continue heating the potatoes up. Be sure to stir the potatoes every 4 minutes. Repeat until they're fully cooked. Once they're done, evenly spread cheddar cheese and parsley on top of the potatoes. Now all that's left to do is plate up. I hope you enjoy your homemade meal, Butler. I'm Dylan Wittorff with BCTV.
That just about wraps it up for another episode of The Campus Edge. If you want to catch up on The Campus Edge, you can watch them on cable channel BCTV 20, or you can check them all out on our YouTube channel, Butler Student Media, their permanent online home. It's been a wonderful experience being host today, and we mustard do it again in the spring. This has been... Okay. Just one more weenie joke. Why did the vegetarian hot dog cross the road? To prove he wasn't chicken. This has been The Campus Edge.